Okay, so here's a bit more about your SLINX, how to use it safely, how to get your cat acclimated to it. If your cat's not used to being put in bags or in your clothes, when you first take it out of the box, do not dump your cat directly in it. What you want to do is set it on the bed or on your lap, let your cat get used to it. When you set the SLINX down, whether you've taken it off your body or you're doing this first, untie all the straps. Loops are not safe. Cats can get caught in them and panic. And also in the beginning, even though little Daisy here is she's actually wearing some SLINX catwear from SLINXcatwear.com, her first clothing line she ever wore. You don't want to leave them dressed in it because the fabric can kind of catch on the fabric a little bit and it goes with them a bit. You've seen them run from under a blanket, I'm sure, and the blanket runs with them. You want to do everything so that they are calm about it. I started with Daisy, putting it on my lap and kind of scooping her up in it and carrying her around, and then putting it on the bed and lifting the flap. She would go in it, sleep in it like a bed, and the next step was just picking her up and putting it on. So she was already getting in my shirt and I was getting a lot of scratches, and that is why I started making these, and they worked so well I wanted to make sure other cat owners could get them. As for SLINX safety, do not cook in your SLINX. This is polar fleece or some kind of fleece or cotton. It is not necessarily non-flammable or flame retardant. This leans forward, so let's keep away from flames. Also, the SLINX is made so you can let go, but it's a good idea to keep one hand on your cat. If your cat falls asleep, there's a little flap you can put over them. You can also take this little flap for even more support and tie it into the shoulder strap. This is a piece of elastic I put on here so Daisy has something to play with instead of my hair. She does everything in here. She will groom in here, she will snuggle and purr. She loves it. Now, if I need to leave, the great thing about the SLINX is you can take off your SLINX and put down your SLINX. Once again, just untie it, make sure the straps are not looped, set it right down, and you don't have to dig a screaming cat out of your t-shirt. The SLINX has been made, there's side panels and there's a bottom panel, and they're sewn in for extra support. There's a side entrance because cats don't like to feel trapped, and if for some reason they don't want to come out the top or in the top, you can direct them to come in or out the side. It's still closed at the bottom, and so your cat's butt won't roll out when they pass out like Daisy does. And there are a couple of different loops to tie the shoulder straps or the bottom straps to. Do not run through the house with your hands up SLINXing, and just make sure your cat always feels supported. The SLINX is not meant to take the place of a regular carrier for trips to the vet. I would always have a carrier with you. I'm going to be making them with a lining in between layers of fabric so that your cat cannot scratch you in the SLINX if you want to SLINX outdoors or to the store. So as you can see, I have a very, very happy Daisy baby. Say hi to your fans. Oh, here we go. Hi, sweet pea. And she is just so happy in here because her brother can't pick on her and she's close to me and I can still work and sew and type on the computer, use the restroom, and put her down in the SLINX, get dressed and put her back on in the SLINX. Your cat will soon know what the SLINX is. She comes up behind me, pokes me with her foot or with her nose. And if your cat is not used to being in something at first, put the SLINX on, wear it around. And if you're used to lifting your shirt for them to come out, lift the SLINX, let them come up underneath all the way, and then tie it. So your cat's still going to be under something like they're used to. Pretty soon, though, trust me, they will want to be in the SLINX all the time, to the point now where I think I'm going to have to make SLINX beds. So practice safe SLINXing. Do not be unsafe with your SLINX. Make sure your cat is always supported and comfortable, and you will bond like you won't believe. Daisy's gotten so much more affectionate. She's 3 years old and she was already sweet, but now she is so sweet I can't even stand it. Thank you for buying a SLINX from us. It's our new business. It's how we're going to make our living. And be sure to visit simplysphinxcats.com, and you can even pick out and order a custom SLINX. Thank you so much.